I kind of want to talk about the S24 Ultra before it comes out. I know it's right around the corner, and all the leaks are pointing to having a 5X with a higher megapixel count or whatever, or a larger sensor. I've thought for the longest time, the S23 Ultra, S22 Ultra, they've had these large sensors as the main sensor, and then they have three others. Wouldn't it be maybe cheaper to have two of those? I don't know what the prices are for those sensors, especially wholesale price, but wouldn't it be cheaper to, instead of having four sensors, three mediocre at best sensors and one amazing sensor, why not have just two amazing sensors? Maybe starting, instead of at 1x or the equivalent of 1x, starting at maybe 0.6 or 0.7x, and then using the in-sensor crop to get it further up, and then another 200 megapixel sensor at 5x or 4x, something like that, where they'll be able to get some amazing photo quality and really, really good video quality with that sensor. And also, shooting one of the videos I'm working on, looking at the older phones, they only have one sensor and people got by, They didn't have the ultra wide, so they would have to do a panorama shot. So they could just go ahead and do that with the modern phones, and together with AI and all the stitching that it'll do, it'll come out better than old panorama photos. So maybe it's worth just getting rid of the ultra wide altogether. I don't know. Having these lower quality sensors seems like a waste. What do you think about reducing the amount of sensors and just putting two really, really amazing sensors? And if anyone knows the cost of these things, how much do these sensors cost, and what's the difference between getting one amazing sensor versus three mediocre sensors? They could also use that tech that Sony uses, which optically zooms in from, I think it was like 2 to 3.5x. I don't know, it's a pretty big deal. And then from there, digital. That's another way to increase it even more. Don't know the price of that either, but I feel like there are other options than just adding crappier sensors with more variety of zoom ranges. Oh, and the reason that came to mind is because, Samsung is staying with their 3x sensor. I imagine it's going to be, if it's not the same, it's going to be a similar sensor to what's already available in the S23 Ultra. So, yeah, there's less room for that it has to cover. So instead of, coming all the way to 10x, it's only going up to 5. So it's going to behave better, it's going to perform better. But why even have that sensor? It's going to be the weakest sensor again. So what, you're going to have amazing photos from 1 to 3, and then from 3 to 5, you're going to have okay photos. And then from 5 to 10, you're going to have, amazing photos again. So I don't think the quality is going to quite stay equal through the whole process, to the whole range. I'm sure they're going to introduce some AI, hopefully that improves the quality of those images, but I can't think of how it's going to perform better, or how that setup is going to work better than what's currently available. And I'm very sad that they're going to get rid of the 10x. That has been my favorite one, because while all phones kind of give up giving, good quality photos at 10 or sometimes 15, the Samsung would go all the way to almost 30x with some decent quality, 20x with good quality. So that's going to be sad. I'm going to miss that. And I'm just not optimistic based on what I've seen. I mean, even Google, which is known to have some of the best, and for some people it is the best enhancement, their 5x sensors, they don't perform all that great after 10 or 15x anyway. Yeah, I mean, you'll go all the way to 30 and you'll recognize what you're taking a picture of, but it's not going to be the same, So let's see what Samsung does. Let's see how it performs. I read somewhere that they think, or did I hear somewhere that they say it's going to perform as good as the 10x did. I have to see that for myself, because I just don't believe that's going to happen. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. How do you feel about the change in the camera? I really appreciate a like and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.